motions in a straight line, or kinematics. Okay. Kinematics, first thing. The definition of this is, it's a branch of physics which study with the objects in motion without considering the cause of the motion, which means kinematics, kinetic energy. Remember kinetic energy. Kinetic meaning what? Moving. So kinematics is the branch of physics which deals with the objects in motion. So it is a branch of physics which deals with study of objects in motion. Without considering the cause of motion. So which means if I'm kicking a football, okay, it only focuses on the motion of the football. It doesn't focus on who kicked the football or something, nothing. So that is kinematic, just a moving. It is just used to what? Study of objects in motion. So this is more important, study of objects in motion. This is the only thing which is very important for us. It's a branch of physics which is the study of motion. So that is the today's topic, kinematics. Please copy it down. Once you have finished copying it down, let me know the same in the chat option. Okay. Once you've finished doing it, let me know in the chat option. Once you copied. Done. Okay. Both are done. Perfect. Excellent. Next thing about the class. The main importance of this class is what? For you to think, for you to make questions, and very, very important thing is remembering. So this class is not only just for what? It's not just a physics class or anything. Main focus for me is to make sure that how do you remember these things after the class with minimal effort. Okay, with this being said, I'll just draw on 4 quadrants. Okay. Numbers, words, variables, diagrams. How do we remember everything? Through diagrams or visualization. Just open any of your book. Okay, what is the first thing we will see in the page? We will see the diagram or the picture. Our eyes first look into the picture. That is the reason we are more interested in what? Watching videos than reading the books. Correct? The pictorial representation is something which will give us to remember things further. So this is not just the physics class. I am teaching you here how to think. Okay, I want to make sure that how do you think and how to study and how to remember for a long time. This is a benefit of the session which you won't get anywhere. Coming to this, as I told you, diagrammatic representation, correct? What is the relationship between displacement, speed, and time? Okay, for this you have to just draw D in the first, S in the second, and T. So which means displacement is equal to speed into time. Correct? What is speed meaning? You have to hide the speed. You have to hide the speed. What is speed? Distance by time. I'll just write it down here. What is displacement or distance? Speed into time. And what is the speed? Displacement by time. You have to just hide this thing. What is coming? D by T. What is T? D by S. But what is D? S into T. So these things are multiplied and S is what? D by T. If you draw this triangle, you will be able to remember this for a long time. Only remember one thing. D should be on the top of the pyramid. That's it. The rest of the things, you will get it. D is equal to S into T. These kind of triangles, you cannot find a textbook or anywhere else other than me. This is what helps you to go further and get a rank. Always you should be aiming for the first rank. We won't see, okay, who is writing the paper. We will try to get the first rank. Because for entrance purpose, again, I'm telling you, entrance, if you're thinking in the mind that, okay, how I'm going to get the first rank, there are a lot of people who is going to get the, or who are brighter than me, or who can do better. Guys, this entrance thing, this actually gives equal chance for everyone. 60% guy who's getting 60% and 90% in the board exam, both are same in entrance. Which means entrance questions are designed such a way that we can do it in less than 75 seconds of time. There will be 3 or 4 questions, okay, which will require much more time. But most of the questions we can do under 75 seconds or less than 10 seconds. If you ask me how, because I am taking the entrance classes here. Okay, for the KSET, JEE and NEET, I am taking the entrance sessions here. So, and I produce ranks. So last year it was 7 IIT ranks which you produced here. You got the point. So I produce ranks. Once you copy down this thing, let me know. Displacement is equal to speed into time. If you finish copying down this thing, let me know. Use the chat option. Okay, then only I will come to know whether you are copying down or not. Perfect. Yeah, I got it. Okay, fine. So this is nothing but our relationship between distance, speed, and time. Next thing, relationship between velocity, displacement, and time. Again, draw the triangle. What I told you, write down velocity first. If you write down velocity in the top, it will be wrong. So write down displacement D, just like the previous. Write down instead of S, V and T. So what is displacement is equal to? Velocity into time. But what is our velocity is equal to? We just hide these things. We just hide this velocity. That is displacement by time. That's all. Is it clear? Velocity is equal to displacement by time. D stands for displacement, V stands for velocity, and T stands for time. Yeah, if you're done, message me in the chat. Okay. But if you want to ask me, how do I define velocity? Define velocity. Correct? So rate of change of displacement with respect to time. Rate of change of displacement with respect to WRT, meaning with respect to time. Nothing I'm doing, I'm just writing V is equal to D by T. Rate of change of displacement with respect to time, D by T, that's all. There is a velocity definition. Done, both of you? Let me know. Yeah. Perfect. Next important thing is acceleration. What is acceleration? Rate of change of velocity with respect to time. Rate of change of velocity with respect to time. WRT meaning with respect to time. That's all. So acceleration A is equal to rate of change of velocity. So once I write this thing, I'll explain to you what is it. Okay. Final velocity minus initial velocity whole divided by time taken. So final velocity, I'll take it as V and initial velocity as U. So we'll get V minus U by T. Please copy down this thing. Yeah. Final velocity minus. This symbol is minus. Final velocity minus initial velocity by a time taken. Done. Okay, perfect. Now I will tell you how to think in these questions. Okay. So what I told you, what is my main focus? To make sure that both of you remember the things. Once session is over, with minimal effort, how to study. Correct? With minimal effort, how to study and how to get the rank. Correct? And for that, one more thing what I told you, we have to think. Think and then to make questions. Thinking about what? Correct? Thinking about what? Thinking in the sense physics is very easy. The most easiest of all is physics actually. Okay. Physics is very, very easy. That first thing we have to believe that it is easy. If you believe that it is easy, then you will get an interest. And second thing, how do we get interest? We will get interest if we know the subject. Suppose a football match you are watching or you like football. Okay, because you know the rules of the thing. But if some teacher is teaching you physics or chemistry, some new chapter or something which you don't know, that's when we lose the interest. Okay, so how to gain that interest? If I am taking this chapter today, okay, just before I take this thing, you guys have to just glance it so that you will have an idea. Or else, now suppose if I took this chapter, right? Once your teacher is taking it school, then you should shine in that particular thing. Then you should try to recollect and then put those knowledge there. So you'll be able to understand much better. Okay. Now coming to this acceleration thing. Okay, what I told here, final velocity minus initial velocity by time taken. So one guy I will tell you about Newton. Correct? So I'm very poor at drawing. So this is a tree. Okay. So Newton was sitting in the tree, apple tree. Let this be an apple tree. Correct? So what was happening actually? One apple fell down. One apple fell down on the head of Newton. So an apple, this is an apple. Okay. I'm drawing it big so that it'll be easy for you to know. This is an apple. Newton is here. Not this much of a big apple, but still. Okay. It fell down on Newton's head. This apple has fallen down. Correct? Yes or no? Yes, it has fallen down. So what is the initial velocity of the apple? What is the initial velocity of the apple and what is the final velocity of the apple? Okay. Which is zero? Initial velocity is zero or final velocity is zero? Because first the apple was at rest. This was at what? At rest. Apple was at rest at the tree. Rest means it will be initial velocity. So initial velocity is zero. Then what did Newton discovered? The final velocity was equal to the gravitational force. The final velocity was equal to the gravitational force. That is 9.8 meter per second square or 10. Okay, this is one instance. So guys, this is one instance. This is our case number one. Fine. Case number two. So please, I'll give you time to copy it down. Case number two is, I have a ball in my hand. I have a ball in my hand. Correct? I have a ball in my hand. So what I am doing with that ball is, I am throwing that ball upwards. That ball I am throwing upwards, I am throwing. This is the ball and I am throwing the ball upwards. Fine. So what happens in this kind of scenario is nothing but what? Initial velocity. Okay. Which means I am throwing the ball. If I am throwing the ball, I will throw with what? If I am throwing the ball upwards. If I am throwing the ball upwards. Obviously, common sense. What is the common sense here? CS meaning common sense. What is the common sense? It will have a initial velocity. It will have a initial velocity because I am applying some force. Because I'm applying some force. Correct? If I'm throwing it up, which means what? I am applying it with some force. But if it reaches here, or if it reaches some point, okay, which means what will be its final velocity? Final velocity will be 0. Final velocity will be 0. Will be 0. Okay, initial velocity will be, I'm just putting it here, 0. So initial velocity it will have. Initial velocity will be there. Okay, initial velocity will be there. But end of the day, in these two instances, what I want to teach you is what? I want to teach you how to think. Why I drew these things? So that you will remember. Correct? Apple thing, initial velocity. Because apple is in the tree. Correct? Initially it is 0. When it is rusting, what is there any motion of the apple? No. It is rusting. Okay, these are all ideal cases where we assume it is rusting. Initial velocity is 0. Final velocity is what? It should be, there should be some velocity. But since we already know gravitational force exists, we are taking it as 9.8 meter per second square. Second thing is what? I am just throwing a ball upwards. This is how you have to think. Okay, this is how you have to think. So I want you to copy down these things. If you want me to go to the next page, let me know. If you want me to go to the next page, just let me know in the chat option. Velocity is meter per second, acceleration meter per second square. Because meter per second by second. Okay, acceleration is what? Velocity is meter per second by second. So meter per second square. Always think and do it. Fine. Okay. When it comes to 11, displacement or distance is taken very small, because we are learning about micro things in class 11th and 12th and further on. We are learning what? Micro things, which means we are learning about dx. Dx meaning very small things, or very small distance or displacement. If you still want to know what is the radius of a electron, if I draw an electron, this is an electron. Okay, let's assume this is an electron. This is the radius of the electron. Radius r. Will I say something like r is equal to 5 centimeter electron radius? No, electron is what? It is the smallest subatomic particle. Correct? Atom is not. Proton and neutron inside that particular thing. Or let this be a proton itself. Leave out electron, proton. We will never ever say that radius is 5 centimeter. We'll say that the radius is 5 nanometer. 5 into 10 power minus 10. Nanometer is 10 power minus 9. Nanometer. If you not heard about it, this is the thing. 10 power minus 10. Which means very small. Okay, we won't say the radius of electron is 5 meter. No. Nanometer in the sense 10 power minus 9. So, for explaining those stuff, now in our kinematics, we will learn about what? The movement of particles of electrons or protons or neutrons. So we are actually calculating the kinetic energy of those small particles. So now you understood from where to where I have shifted. So I started with displacement, simple thing, correct? Displacement is speed into time. then velocity, then acceleration, then coming to what? Dx. Okay. No need to write it down now. I'll tell you when to write. Velocity is what? Displacement by time taken. For very, very small objects, for very, very small objects, we will put this thing d before it, dx by dt. Dx meaning very, 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 very small displacement. Very small displacement. And dt meaning what? Very small time. Very small time. Please copy down this thing. Velocity formula is dx by dt. Now coming to next one, acceleration. Acceleration. Acceleration is nothing but what? Velocity by time. But now, since I'm taking very, 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 very small things, I'm taking what? dv by dt. But from our previous thing, what is velocity? Velocity is dx by dt. Correct? Now I'll write off d by dt. What is our velocity? Velocity is dx by dt. Bracket dx by dt. So this is called d square x by dt square. D square x by dt square. So what is our acceleration formula? Down here, acceleration is equal to d square x by dt square. And if you ask me what is this d or d square, d also means change. So guys, kindly do not worry by seeing these things, okay? Fine, do not worry at all. In your textbook, they'll directly give d square x by dt square. But why I explained you like this? So that you will be able to understand each and everything. I told you the only benefit of the class is, what is the benefit of my session? The benefit is I'll be helping you on how to think and how to connect and how to remember. Only if I write like this, then only you'll be able to get it. D square x by dt square. I'll explain you each and everything what it is. Please copy it down. Both of you are done? Let me know. Yep. So how many of you, I think you're seeing D for the first time? Correct? When you're seeing D for D is nothing but delta, or this symbol, change, delta, or we can say change also. You got the point. D is delta or change. Acceleration is what? Velocity by time. I just put dv by dt here. That's all. Correct? Then velocity is what? Displacement by time. Dx by dt. I just substitute here. D square x by dt square. That's it. A is equal to d square x by dt square. Clear up to this? Are you clear up to this? Don't think too much on this. What I taught you, are you clear? Do not think anything more than what I taught. Perfect. Because whatever is required, I'll teach you. Okay. See guys, and one more thing. This d square x by dt square, what I wrote now. D square x by dt square or dx by dt. These are all there in what? Calculus chapter. Integration or differentiation. That is there only in max. That is there only in max. That too, it will come in class 12th. If you are having max in class 12th only, it will come. But the problem is what? We are having each and every derivation in physics related to what? Differentiation and integration or calculus. Each and every problem is related with this, or each derivation is related to this. Correct? So you guys need not worry or think about too much. Ayo, what to do? Because normally in school, physics teacher only teaches you physics. Chemistry teacher only teaches you what? Chem. Max, only max. But here I take all the PCM, physics, chemistry and max, which means I know where to take what and I know how to connect and teach you. So I'll be able to guide you to get a rank. Okay, and especially for biology and you don't have max, kindly do not worry at all. Integration and differentiation, I'll be taking the classes for both of you. Okay, you need not wait till 12th. You got the point. You need not wait till 12th or need not worry about, I didn't take this max, how will I know? No need to worry. And for the entrance point of view, in physics or in chemistry, you won't get any of these kind of questions. Okay, maybe one question will come. For that, I'll tell you a shortcut also. But if you're going for engineering, then these kind of questions will come. Need nothing, this type will come. Okay. But for you to understand all the physics and chemistry chapter and perform best in the board exam, not in 11th, but also in 12th, we need to understand each and everything. Fine. So with this being said, today's session, I just want to stop today. Okay. So today's was the first introductory session.